Okay, the next topic is the diagonal matrices. First of all, we should learn what is a diagonal of the matrix. So, if you have a matrix A, these entries, okay, they are called the diagonal entries. Okay, the entries in the form of the cross. Okay, these entries are called the diagonal entries, and this is called the diagonal, the shaded portion. This we call the diagonal. Okay, this is the main diagonal because we have two diagonals. One is the main diagonal or the principal diagonal, and the other is the secondary diagonal. Okay, for the definition of diagonal and scalar matrices, we only need to know about the main diagonal. So this is the main diagonal. Okay, these entries are called the diagonal entries, so we are going to focus on them. The first element, okay, and this is the second, third, fourth, fifth. First, fifth, and the last element we are going to move in the form of a diagonal. So in order to understand the concept of diagonal matrix, what we are going to know is what's important to know is the main diagonal. We are focused on these entries. Its definition is a square matrix A. So all the diagonal matrices are square matrices. Okay, so a square matrix A is called a diagonal matrix if number one, at least means that one or more than one. At least one means one or more than one. At least one of the entries of its diagonal is not 0. So it means that what we have to see that all the entries are not 0. At least one of them should be non-zero. At least means either one or more than one. Entries should be non-zero. Non-zero means they should not be equal to 0. 1 is a non-zero entry because it is not equal to 0. Okay, 2 is a non-zero entry, 3 is a non-zero entry. So the entries in the diagonal should be such that at least one of them should not be non-zero. Okay, at least one means either one or more than one. Entries should not be equal to 0. Should not be equal to 0 means they should be non-zero. Okay, either 1, 2 or 3 of them. In simple words, you have to what you need to keep in mind is that you are going to observe the main diagonal. Okay, if all of them are not 0, then the first condition is satisfied. Okay, because it has the same meaning. If all of them are not 0, what we require, what is the restriction on it, that all the entries should not be equal to 0. Maybe these two, even if this and this entry is 0, then the first one should not be 0. If the first and the third are 0, then the middle one should not be 0. What we need to keep in mind is that all the entries should not be 0. Okay, at least one of them should be non-zero. And the second condition for the diagonal matrices is that non-diagonal entries. What are the non-diagonal entries? The entries which are not in the main diagonal. Okay, this is the entry which is not in the main diagonal. This is the entry which is not in the main diagonal. This entry is also not in the main diagonal because this position is that of the main diagonal. So all the entries other than these will be called the non-diagonal entries. So the non-diagonal entries should all be equal to 0. Okay, they should all be equal to 0. These are the non-diagonal entries. All these entries should be equal to 0. And these are also the non-diagonal. They should also be equal to 0. Only the diagonal, the main diagonal. Okay, the main diagonal entries should not be equal to 0. All of them at least should not be equal to 0. There should at least be one entry which is not equal to 0. Okay, so in simple words, what we are going to look at is the main diagonal. All the entries should not get 0. Okay, at least one should be non-zero. And The second thing is the non-diagonal entries. The non-diagonal entries are those entries which are not in the main diagonal. ठीक है, तो आपने क्या करना है कि मेन डायगोनल को देखना है कि इसमें सारे के सारे ज़ीरो नहीं होने चाहिए। ठीक है, मतलब अगर दो ज़ीरो हो भी जाएं तो कोई एक नॉन ज़ीरो हो, या फिर अगर एक ज़ीरो हो भी जाए तो ये दो नॉन ज़ीरो तो भी ठीक है। मतलब सारे के सारे आपके ज़ीरो 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 ये वाला काम नहीं होना चाहिए। ठीक है, कि सारे एलिमेंट ज़ीरो ना हो, एक ना एक तो ज़रूर नॉन ज़ीरो हो। अगर तीनों नहीं है, तीन भी हो सकते हैं नॉन ज़ीरो, दो भी हो सकते हैं नॉन ज़ीरो, एक भी हो सकता है नॉन ज़ीरो, लेकिन ये ना हो कि सब के सब ज़ीरो हो जाएं। ठीक है, आपने ये ख्याल रखना है कि सब के सब ज़ीरो ना हो। तो ये पहली कंडीशन का यही मतलब है कि एटलीस्ट एनी वन ऑफ द एंट्रीज ऑफ इट्स डायगोनल इज़ नॉट ज़ीरो। ठीक है, दैट एटलीस्ट वन, नॉट एनी वन बट एटलीस्ट वन ऑफ द एंट्रीज ऑफ इट्स डायगोनल शुड नॉट बी इक्वल टू ज़ीरो। एंड एक तो एक मेन डायगोनल के एलिमेंट्स सारे ज़ीरो नहीं होने चाहिए, और दूसरी बात ये कि मेन डायगोनल के अलावा जो एंट्रीज़ हैं, ठीक है, जैसे ये है, ये इस मेन डायगोनल में नहीं है, ये तीनों एंट्रीज़ नॉन डायगोनल एंट्रीज़ हैं। नॉन डायगोनल का मतलब जो डायगोनल में नहीं होती। ठीक है, सो ऑल दीज एंट्रीज विच आर नॉट इन द मेन डायगोनल आर कॉल्ड नॉन डायगोनल एंट्रीज, एंड these are also non-diagonal entries because they are not in this they are not placed in this main diagonal, therefore they are non-diagonal entries. These are also non-diagonal entries, so the non-diagonal entries should be equal to 0, and the diagonal entries should not be all equal to 0. ठीक है, all of them should not be equal to 0. If you have two entries equal to 0 and one non-zero, then it's okay, it is a diagonal matrix. The first condition will be satisfied. If you have two elements which are 0 but the third one is not 0, then it still satisfies the first condition. As an example, let me share. Suppose you have a matrix B equals to let's say 2 0 0 0 0 0 and 0 0 0. Okay, the main diagonal is 2 0 0. Okay, now let's see if it satisfies the diagonal matrix or not. The first condition is that at least one of them of the diagonal matrix should not be equal to 0. The diagonal entries are 2 0 and 0. Although these two entries are 0, but still we have a non-zero matrix. All the entries are not 0, therefore the first condition is satisfied. Okay, the main diagonal is not completely 0. Okay, this in simple words what you have to check is that the main diagonal should not be completely equal to 0. It means that all these should not be equal to 0. If two are 0, two of the entries are equal to 0, then it's okay, one is still non-zero. Okay, and the non-diagonal entries are these non-diagonal entries, they should all be equal to 0. Okay, this is the second condition. So the first condition is also satisfied, all the diagonal is not equal to 0, we still have a non-zero number. Okay, we still got a non-zero number, so the first condition is satisfied. The second is non-diagonal entries are 0. Yes, the non-diagonal entries, these are the three non-diagonal entries, and these three are also non-diagonal entries. They are also equal to 0, and so the entries other than the main diagonal, they should all be equal to 0. Okay, this is the second condition, and the main diagonal should not turn into a 0 diagonal. Okay, it should not be a 0 diagonal. Then this matrix is called a diagonal matrix. Okay, so the diagonal matrix, these two conditions are to be satisfied. Okay, this is the explanation of the same. Entries in the main diagonal are not all 0, while the non-diagonal entries are all equal to 0. These are the two conditions which should be satisfied. They have the same meaning as these two conditions, the above two conditions that we have studied. Okay, so in simple words what you have to remember is that the entries in the main diagonal are not all equal to 0, should not be equal to 0, while the non-diagonal entries must be equal to 0. Okay, so you have to just check whether they are 0 or not. Okay, this next is scalar matrix. In a diagonal matrix, so if you have a diagonal matrix means if a matrix satisfies the above condition that we have just studied. If it is a diagonal matrix, In a diagonal matrix, if all the entries in the main diagonal are the same, then such a diagonal matrix is called scalar matrix. Okay, so if you have a diagonal matrix and the entries in the main diagonal, if they are the same, it means this is 2, the first entry, the second and the third, all three entries are equal to the same number, 2 2 2, then it is called a scalar matrix. Okay, the scalar word is used for the real numbers in mathematics. So this is the same real number is used. Okay, 2 2 2. If you have the same elements in the main diagonal, and it is a non-zero number obviously, because a diagonal matrix cannot have all these equal to 0. Okay, so if it is a scalar matrix, all three are same. Okay, they should be non-zero and they should be same, and the non-diagonal matrix should be equal to, the non-diagonal entries should be equal to 0, then such a matrix is called scalar matrix. So all you have to see is the main diagonal. If it has the same scalar, the same number, and the other entries are the non-diagonal entries are 0, they should be equal to 0, because a scalar matrix is a diagonal matrix. It means if the scalar matrix will satisfy all the properties of the diagonal matrix, and the properties of the diagonal matrix included that the non-diagonal entries should be equal to 0, and the main diagonal, that should not be equal to 0. So in addition to those properties of the diagonal matrix, what we have to focus is that if all the entries are the same, 2 2 2, then this is a scalar matrix. Another example is the matrix B. The main diagonal, it has the same elements, the same entries. Okay, 3 and 3. Okay, so in the main diagonal, the same number is used repeatedly, and the non-diagonal entries, they are 0. Okay, and the main diagonal is non-zero, and the same number is used repeatedly. Okay, for all the elements of the main diagonal. So you have to focus on the matrix that it has the same number in the main diagonal or not. Matrix C, it is a matrix having one row and one column. Okay, its diagonal is formed in this way. It contains the element 5 in it. Okay, and no other element. So it is also a form of scalar matrix, because the scalar used in the main diagonal is 5. This is the main diagonal. Okay, in the main diagonal we have only one element, because it is a 1 by 1 matrix. Okay, we don't have other rows or columns. Okay, the next matrix is the identity matrix. Identity matrix is also a scalar matrix, but the scalar that we use in the identity matrix should be equal to 1. So if you have a diagonal matrix, a diagonal matrix is called identity matrix if all the diagonal entries are equal to 1. So in this case, all the entries are equal, and if they are equal to 1, not any other number, 1, then this is called a unit matrix. So what you are going to focus on is the main diagonal. If the main diagonal, all the entries are same, such matrix is called a scalar, and if the scalar which is used is equal to 1, then such matrix is called a unit matrix. Okay, identity matrix or unit matrix. Unit matrix and identity matrix are the names of the same matrix. Okay, the matrix B, let us check whether it is a unit matrix or not. Look at the matrix B. In the main diagonal, all the elements are same and they are equal to 1. Okay, so in unit matrix, what you are going to remember is that all the main diagonal elements should be equal to 1, and obviously the other elements, the non-diagonal, they should all be equal to 0, because identity matrix is also a diagonal matrix. Identity matrix is also a diagonal matrix, and we know that in a diagonal matrix, the entries which are not in the main diagonal, they should all be 0. Okay, all these entries should be equal to 0. This, and then all these also. Okay, matrix C, it is also a unit matrix because the main diagonal is 1 1 and other are 0. Matrix D, it is also a diagonal matrix, identity matrix, because in the main diagonal you have only one element, 1. Okay, and we don't have any non-diagonal elements, so we say that this is a identity matrix. This is an identity matrix. So in identity matrix, what you have to see that in simple words, just the main diagonal will contain the scalar 1 1 1, and all the other entries will be equal to 0. Okay, they will all be equal to 0. Same here. So in diagonal matrices, scalar matrix and identity matrix, what they have in common is that the non-diagonal matrix, the non-diagonal entries are all equal to 0, and in the main diagonal, the identity matrix will have the scalar 1 1 1. Okay. Now let's start the exercise to get a better idea of what we have studied till now. Now exercise 1.2. Exercise 1.2, the first question is, from the following matrices, identify unit matrix, row matrix, column matrix, and null matrices. So you are given all these matrices A, B, C, D, E, and F. You have to identify the unit matrices, the row, column, and null matrices. You have to tell them that which of these, how many of these matrices are null matrices, which of them is the column matrices, and the row matrices. So the first matrix that we are going to judge is A 0 0 0. It is a null matrix, because by definition of null matrix, what is a null matrix? A null matrix was the matrix in which all the entries were equal to 0. Okay, that was what we studied. If all the entries of the matrix are equal to 0, that matrix is called a null matrix. If you observe matrix A, all the entries are 0, so we will call it a null matrix. Okay, the next matrix 2 3 4. Matrix B, it has only one row. Okay, and all those matrices which have only one row are called the row matrices. It is a row matrix because it has only one row. Okay, matrix B is a row matrix because it has only one row, and all those matrices which have only one row are called the row matrices. Matrix C, it has 3 rows and 1 column, so it is a column matrix. It is a column matrix because it has only one column, as we have studied before that a column matrix has only one column. C is a column matrix because it also has one column, so any matrix that has only one column will be called a column matrix. Next matrix is 1 0 0 1. Okay, it is a unit matrix because in the main diagonal you have the element that is used is 1 1. Okay, it is the same and equal to 1, and the non-diagonal entries are equal to 0, so it satisfies the definition of a unit matrix or identity matrix. Okay, that the non-diagonal elements should be equal to 0. This is a non-diagonal element, and this is also a non-diagonal element, while in the main diagonal all the entries should be equal to 1. Okay, these are the two things that you are going to look for if you want to judge whether the given matrix is a unit matrix or not. So it is a diagonal matrix, and the diagonal entries are all equal to 1, while the non-diagonal entries are equal to 0. Therefore it is a unit matrix. Okay, so in unit matrix you just have to check two things. The entries in the main diagonal, they should all be equal to 1, and the non-diagonal entries should all be equal to 0. Next is the matrix E. It has only one element, and that is equal to 0. So it is also a null matrix because a null matrix has all its entries equal to 0. It has only one entry, and that is equal to 0. It means all its entries are equal to 0. Okay. Next matrix is matrix F 5 6 7. This matrix has 3 rows 1 2 3, and one column. As it has only one column, and we know that a matrix, if a matrix has one column, it is called a column matrix. As F also has only one column, therefore F is also called a column matrix. Okay, the next question is question number 2. From the following matrices, identify the square matrices, rectangular matrices, row matrix, column matrix, identity matrix, and null matrix. They are asking for the same thing. They have given you 9 matrices and you have to identify them. You have to tell them whether it is a rectangular matrix, a square, null, identity, column, row. Okay. So I have solved it here. Question number 2. The first matrix that we are going to observe is -8, 2, 7, 12, 0, 4. Okay. It is a rectangular matrix. Why? Because the number of rows, it has 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay. The number of rows are not equal to the number of columns. Therefore, it is called a rectangular matrix, because what we had studied in the previous lecture is that a matrix is called rectangular matrix if the number of rows and columns are unequal, are not equal, or are unequal. In this matrix, the number of rows is equal to 2 and number of columns is equal to 3, as 2 is not equal to 3 obviously. Therefore, this is a rectangular matrix. Same is the case with this matrix. The number of rows are 1, 2 and 3 and the number of columns are 1. It has 3 rows and 1 column. So it is a rectangular matrix as well as a column matrix. So it is a rectangular matrix as well as a column matrix, because it has only one column. So it is called a column matrix. Okay, in the third part, 6, -4, 3 and -2. The number of rows are 1, 2. Number of rows is equal to 2. Number of columns are 1, 2. As the number of rows and columns both are equal, so such matrices, we know that such matrices are called square matrices. Therefore, this matrix is a square matrix. Okay, the next matrix is a unit matrix, because the entries in the main diagonal are equal to 1, 1. Okay, and the non-diagonal entries, the entries which are not in this diagonal, this entry is also equal to 0, this is also equal to 0. So the non-diagonal entries are zeros and the entries in the main diagonal are equal to 1. So it is a unit matrix. These are the two things that you are going to check. The first thing is that you are going to check whether the entries in the main diagonal is are all equal to 1 or not. They are equal to 1. And the next thing that you are going to check is the non-diagonal entries. The non-diagonal entries are those entries which are not in the main diagonal. Okay, the entries which are not here, okay, they all should be equal to 0. So it is a unit matrix because it is a diagonal matrix and entries of the main diagonal are all equal to 1. Okay, the next is part 5. Now it has 3 rows, 1, 2, 3 and 2 columns. So the number of rows and columns are not equal, therefore it is called a rectangular matrix. Okay, the same as we have studied before. Okay, this matrix, the next matrix is 3, 10 and -1. It has 1 row and 3 columns. Okay, 1 row and 3 columns. Therefore it is called a row matrix, because any matrix which has only 1 row is called a row matrix. Okay, next 1, 0, 0. It has 3 rows, 1, 2, 3 and 1 column. So it is a 3 by 1 matrix. As the number of columns is equal to 1, therefore it is also called a column matrix. Okay, the same concept as we have done before. Now this is a matrix which has how many rows? 1, 2, and 3 rows. We have 3 rows and 3 columns. 1, 2 and 3 columns. 3 rows and 3 columns. Both the number are equal. Number of rows is equal to the number of columns. Therefore, it is called a square matrix, because in square matrices, what happens is that the number of rows and number of columns are always equal. The ninth part, this is a null matrix because all its entries are equal to 0. All entries are equal to 0, so it is called a null matrix. Okay. Question number 3, we have to identify. Question number 3, they are asking for, from the following matrices identify the diagonal, scalar and unit matrix. Okay, you have to identify whether these matrices are diagonal, unit or scalar matrices. Okay, the first is matrix A, B, C, D, E. You have to discuss these matrices.